Hey guys, so I'm doing, I kind of was lazy, so I'm doing 2 Spielberg reviews in one day, because this month I scheduled to do 2 Spielberg reviews, and I was lazy, and and I'm doing them on the same day, so let's talk about E.T. the Extraterrestrial, which is one of my personal favorite Spielberg movies and one of my personal favorite 80s movies. So, after a gentle alien becomes stranded on Earth, the being is discovered and befriended by a young boy named Elliot. Bringing the extraterrestrial to his suburban California house, Elliot introduces E.T., as the alien is dubbed, to his brother and little sister, and the children decide to keep its existence a secret, attempting to help him get home. So, Henry Thomas as Elliot, the main character of the movie, the one the movie focuses on the most, is one of the best kid actors I've ever seen. I am not joking when I say that this is an amazing actor right here. He's funny, he's believable, he adds a lot of heart, and he even has a couple of really good sad scenes that he plays so well that, he just gives such a great performance, and I think if any other kid was cast in this movie from the 80s, it would not have been the same. And then you have Dee Wallace as Mary, Elliot's mom. She's great. She gives a very good performance and is a very good supporting character. That's all she has to be, is a supporting character, and she does it very well. And I really thought she gave a great performance. And then you have Robert McNaughton as Michael, Elliot's brother. He's pretty great too. As the character, he and Elliot have moments like real-life siblings where sometimes they get along and sometimes they fight, and it's played very believably, and I really enjoyed seeing that perspective on a sibling relationship in the movie, because it's not always something that you see in a movie. And then you have Drew Barrymore as Gertie, their sister, and she's really funny at times, and honestly pretty good, but ultimately her performance isn't great. It feels more like kind of a more like generic child actor performance that is kind of more in line with what we're used to from child actors. You know, it's like, it's okay, but it's clear that they're just like reading lines and doing what the director tells them to. They're not actually like acting. But she's above average in terms of the child actors at the time, so that's nice. The effects on the creatures and the ships are amazing. They're some of the best I've ever seen, and one of the things that stick in my head from this movie is the shot where you just see, like, the ship, and it's dark, and you can just see the lights shining off of it. That is one of the images from this movie that sticks in my head the most, overall. And, that's honestly one of my favorite shots in the movie. And then, I love the story about how Reese's Pieces ended up in the movie, which made them actually popular, so that was cool, because they originally wanted to get M&M's, and then Mars was like, no, we don't want to put our candy in your stupid alien movie. And then Hershey's was like, hey guys, Reese's Pieces aren't doing that well. Hey, you can use our stuff in your movie. And they were like, look like M&M's? Sure, it'll be fine. And then Reese's Pieces became like one of the most popular things on the planet, so that's cool. I also thought the bond created between Elliot and E.T. was really great. It's very well developed, and it does take its time, and is basically what makes the movie. It's not something that's rushed, though, and that's what I like, because a lot of times with these stories, you'll have something that's very rushed. It's like, oh, well, since he's a kid and he's an alien, they have to be friends immediately and, like, want to help each other and all that stuff. Whereas in this one, it's like, at first, Elliot is scared of the thing, and then he just wants to, like, keep it a secret, and then it isn't until a while later in the movie that he's like, I'm gonna help him get home. And I really liked that, and I liked how they really did develop a bond over time, where it's like, oh, we gotta help the alien. And then it was like, I have to help E.T., and as a kid watching this movie and seeing a kid in the part, I was like, I want to help E.T. So that's really nice. And this movie is really funny, too. I mean, there are a lot of serious moments in this movie, and there are also a lot of really funny moments. And it all tonally mixes very well. Like, a lot of times you'll have, sometimes with movies like this, you'll have the tones don't always fit. Like, you'll have serious moments and comedic moments that don't work very well together, but this movie blends it perfectly, and I really love that. And then, you know, the score by John Williams is also great. The E.T. theme is one of my favorites of all time, honestly. It is so instantly recognizable for me because I watched this movie, I don't know how many times as a kid, like just over and over again. I would watch the VHS, and it got to the point where I just, anytime I heard the E.T. theme, I would instantly recognize it. Anytime I heard someone quoting the movie, I would instantly recognize it. It's just one of my favorites. Honestly, I love this movie. And the direction by Steven Spielberg is also really good. There are a lot of really good suspenseful moments, like Jaws. And I feel like that's one of the things that kind of carried over very well from Jaws for Steven Spielberg, is his methods of making suspense. Because that's another thing. The other review I'm doing today is Hook. And one of the things that I really love about E.T. and Hook is that they both have really light and fun moments, but they also have some pretty good suspenseful moments too. And that's something that I really love about Spielberg, is that he knows how to blend tones very well. Even in Jaws, there are a lot of comedic moments in Jaws. So, you know, he really does know how to kind of balance his tones and genres, and that's one of the things I love about Spielberg. And this movie, honestly, is just full of this sense of wonder that, even though I've seen it a million times, it's still there, and I still get that feeling when, say, for example, the scene where E.T. makes all the bikes float. I still get that same wonderful feeling that I got when I watched it as a 6-year-old for the first time. I still get that feeling like, oh my god, he just made those bikes fly. That is so cool. I want to do that. And oh my god, this movie is amazing. And I still get that feeling watching it to this day. I still get that feeling like, man, that is awesome. And also the ride at Universal, that's pretty fun too. Because it's basically that. You get to float with the bikes, and it's really great. This is one of those movies where every time you watch it, it feels like the first time you're watching it. And that's one of the things I love the most about it. It's fun, it's suspenseful at times, the effects are great, the score is wonderful. Again, the ride at Universal Studios was one of my favorites when we went there. The performances are great. And if you haven't seen E.T., do yourself a freaking favor and watch E.T. This movie is just amazing. Anyways, guys, I'm going to give E.T. an A+. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think of E.T. if you've seen it. And, yeah, check out the link in the description to our Patreon page. And if you have the app Stardust, I believe is what it's called, where you can post, like, movie reactions and stuff, like little quick reactions. I recently signed up for that and started uploading reactions, and I've been doing reactions to, like, either movies that I haven't seen in a while. I did Transformers the last night, was, like, I think the first one that I did. And, I've just been going through and doing, like, my favorite movies. Like, my 10 favorite movies ever, which are the 10 movies that they ask you to pick out for your profile. I picked my 10 favorite movies of all time, which all share the number 1 spot on my list of top 10 favorite movies ever, so that's cool. That's how my list works. I have, like, in my top 10 favorite movies list, I have 10 movies that I just love so much that share the top spot. And yeah, I know I could just call that my top 10 list, and then the other 9 movies just be like 11, 12, and so on. But honestly, it's my list. I can do what I want with it, you know? So, but yeah, check that out and follow me on there if you would like to see just my quick little thoughts that I just kind of come up with. So it's not like I don't like type out a script or anything for it. It's just kind of my fresh on the mind, quick thoughts. So it's a little more natural, I guess. Because these reviews don't always feel super natural just because I am reading from a script, but yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. I already said that. Check out the next video. Bye.